So let us understand what Richards meant by the four kinds of meaning. So, according to Richards, words have four kinds of meaning: sense, feeling, tone, and intention. And when we try and understand a poem, we must pay special and careful attention to each word that occurs in the poem and not just try and comprehend it, but try and understand it from these four axes of sense, feeling, tone, and intention. So let us try and understand what he meant by these terms. By sense, he meant plain literal meaning of the word. So, an apple literally means the fruit apple. There is no there is no debate about that. So, whatever our senses absorb, or whatever we absorb through our auditory faculties, the moment we hear the word apple, we visualize an apple, and that's how the sensory faculties work in comprehending a word. The next aspect that he talks about is feeling. Now, what kind of feeling, what kind of emotions does the word trigger? Right? So, if I had to take the word apple, I may have a happy memory of apple. So, it could be my personal memory of the word apple. I might like the taste of apple. Or maybe if I had eaten an apple at some point in the past and thrown up or felt sick, I wouldn't feel very positive about the word apple. So, it could be a personal emotional trigger, and it could also be a connotation which the word carries along with it, you know. So, for example, if, say, for example, we look at the word fat. Now, fat uh, is normally associated or used in the context of describing someone's body. So, if it has to be a physical description, and if we call a person fat, fat generally, universally has a negative connotation. It gives you a negative feel. On the other hand, if we substitute the word fat by the word healthy, or by the word plump, obviously these are more positive variants of the same word. So, what he's trying to tell us is that when you come across a word in a poem, it is not the first time you're coming across that word. You have seen that word before. You have heard that word before. That particular word must have definitely left some kind of an impression on you. It must have. You must have a memory, a feeling related to that word, and it is important to address that feeling. So, certain feelings, certain emotional attitudes could be universal. For example, the emotional attitude towards fat could be a universal thing, and certain emotional attitudes could be very personal, also, right? And similarly, feeling could also entail elements like will, desire, pleasure, displeasure. Like I said, the way I get triggered when I read a word, or when I come across I chance upon a word, what kind of triggers does it send? Or what kind of memories does it trigger in me? What kind of reactions it prompts in me? So that is what he meant by feeling.